What's up, everybody? AJ Kirsch back at you. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, upcoming events, merchandise, social media, all of those links can be found in the description of this video. I do want to bring some attention to some shows I got coming up this weekend. Seattle. I'm going to be all up in your face this Friday, July the 12th. I'm going to be your co-host and co-commentator at 321 Battle presents Wet Hot Seattle Summer. Tickets are available in the description of this video, but it's 21 and over. The four-letter words and the booze are both going to be flying all night long. All night long, all night. So get your tickets right now. Fresno, California, this Saturday, I will be your host and commentator at Best of the West, all ages show. Tickets for both shows are available in the description of this video. And today, part 2 of, I don't know, it's going to be like 5 or 6 parts, something like that, of the character development seminar I did at this year's Cauliflower Alley Club reunion in Las Vegas alongside ECW Originals, the Quintessential Studmuffin Joel Gertner, and the Blue Meanie. If you've got questions or comments, I'd love to see your feedback. Sound off in the comments below. And without any further ado, here is part 2 of the character development seminar from this year's CAC. Enjoy.
And of course, same question to you, Joel. How exactly did the Quintessential Studmuffin come to fruition?
Yeah, the Quintessential Studmuffin was a work in progress. Always, just constantly, just its own play within a play, kind of an episodic within the episodic nature of the whole show. Down to everything, down to just how much time the character got and influence in the Dudley stable, down to wardrobe. I mean, it started with kind of maybe as a Chris Farley homage, like just the jacket with no shirt and a bow tie, kind of like, you know, Chris Farley, Chippendales, whatever, SNL. And then from there, when I took Total Elimination, it made sense for me to wear a neck brace, and of course it didn't make sense not for me to be still dressed up like Chubby Chippendale, so I had to integrate the neck brace to be underneath the bow tie and the jacket and everything else. So yeah, and that's, I mean, you know, it's not called character establishment, because you don't establish your character and plant your feet in the concrete like Grauman's Chinese theater and your character stays the same. You know, because a character that you see on TV, in wrestling, or in the movies, even in a 2-hour movie, they're not staying the same. There's an Act 1 and an Act 2 and an Act 3, and there's a character evolution, right? So it's not character establishment, it's character development. Your character is going to develop over time. Mine sure did. Yeah.
Checking to see if we have any questions so far. Not yet? All right.
And how many people are actually wrestlers, aspiring wrestlers, or former wrestlers? Cool. Yeah, this is awesome. So,
We have a question over here.
I'm just curious, as the business has changed and you guys have a lot more freedom to create, today it's a lot more structured and it's given to you. What advice would you give to take what's given to you and still make it your own?
well, I'm a coach at the Monster Factory in Jersey, and I got kids from all ranges. And one of the best pieces of advice, you know, I could give somebody is, and this was just brought up because I'm one of Matt Riddle's coaches. And he brought this up in his latest interview. He's like, you know, I told him it's better to be the wrestler that they had to tell you to tone it down than have to force you to turn it up. You know, be coachable, be ahead of what they want you to do. Now, the one thing that frustrates bookers, trainers, and everything is having to tell somebody something more than once. So, and that comes with anything, with like, you know, the psychology of the promotion you're working for. The most important thing is when you're working for anybody, just find out what their style is and work within their parameters. Because, you know, I went from ECW, you had this parameter which was pretty no parameter. And then when I went to the WWE, it's like, oh, this is structured. So, and you know, you have to, you know, learn their way, because when you go to WWE, they don't care about what you did before there. This is WWE, this is how we do things, bump feet, or whatever. So, like, I know I'm getting a little bit away from it, but he said, stay within the structure. Find what that structure is, and then, you know, kind of see how far out the lines you can paint before they tell you, get back in your lane. You know, always be that guy that they say, hey, tone it down. Yeah, well, we appreciate what you're doing, but tone it down. And then you tone it down a little bit, and then time goes by, and well, get back. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times where I went to do stuff, and they're like, don't do that here. You know, okay, I won't do it again. Well, I won't do that again, but I might try something else next time. So it's better to be that way than, man, this guy's got no ideas. Like, I don't know what to do with them, blah, 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 you know. Always be thinking of what to do. Always carry, I mean, if you're in a business, always have a notebook, you know. Have a jot down idea, or a tape recorder, anything. You got smartphones, cell phones, whatever. Get a recording app. You wake up in the middle of the night, got this idea, record it, go back to sleep. Or grab your notebook, write it down, go back to sleep. Like Roddy Piper, one of the best lines in cinematic history, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Where did he get that from? One time in the middle of the night, wrote it down in his notebook. So John Parker goes, what would he say here? He's like, well, Roddy goes, oh, well, I got this notebook. And he read through it. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. So I know I'm getting a little bit off that, but you know, just always figure out the parameters is, always be ahead of the step with just, you know, whatever they want to do, you're right there, and make sure they don't have to tell you more than once. You know, be coachable.
Yeah, be coachable, that's great advice. Danny says that all the time. Danny says that that's the number one thing that he's looking for in somebody. Be coachable, and your character has a lot of organic fluidity. You know, like we were saying, just in entertainment, characters do, but in wrestling, because of its kind of soap opera, telenovela, kind of episodic nature, your character's gonna have a lot of fluidity. So be coachable, be fluid, be plastic, be adaptable, and be ready and able to change. You know, when's the last time you went to a restaurant and the soup was cold, and that was your complaint? The spoon was clean. You throw your hand up and you get the waiter over. Is there a problem? Yeah, spoon was dirty. Never, right? Because you're paying the bills. If the problem is that the soup's cold and you're calling somebody over, you want them to address the fact that the soup is cold. Wrestling bosses in the wrestling office is not going to be shy in telling you to turn it down if that's their specific complaint, and it could be a lot worse than that. Like Meanie was saying, if they don't see something in you, or just in that particular case by case, if they don't like what you're doing, they're not going to tell you to turn it down. They're going to tell you what's on their mind. I was talking with MK yesterday in the bar on Fridays. Know your audience, right? If somebody is asking something of you, whether you're being brought in for one shot, or if you're an extra, or whether it's a long-term kind of run that you're getting, and a push, and a spot, if you're blessed. Know your audience, and know what it is that you're hoping to accomplish, and what you're seeking from the work that you're doing, and know what it is that they're asking and they might want to ask of you. So.